Dude, are you serious? Oh, I did not expect this. So, no fucking way. Oh, damn, Naruto. Okay. Dude, so cool. I love that. There's no way. Hey, what's going on, everyone? A welcome or a welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. We are getting into Shippuden today, episodes 135 and 136, back to our normal scheduling with 2 episodes per drop. Yeah, y'all, it's gonna be hard to follow up on those episodes last time. Still has been like a very I don't know, great kind of week for me with those episodes, and I don't know, life be life in a little bit in general, which I'm not gonna lie, but mostly around these episodes kind of just has, man, it's hurt my soul, man. It's hurt my soul for sure. I think what I'm most worried about kind of following up on those is seeing the Leaf Village's reaction to Jiraiya, especially Naruto, of course, but like Tsunade as well. Yeah, it's gonna be sad, man. Yeah, and outside of that, I don't really know what to expect. Like, is Pain gonna go just like directly to the Leaf Village now, or is he gonna have to recover? I don't know. It's man, like I can't even forecast what the future is gonna look like at all. It's making me more nervous. Like, what's gonna take to bring down Pain at this point, you know? But let's go and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP and best moment to our boy Jiraiya. I hope we can give him more character ratings if there's more flashbacks and more of the meaning behind his sacrifice kind of comes to, you know, if there's callbacks or anything like that. But man, you know, specifically for like the best moment, I really liked the whole kind of twist on what the selection was, what that critical selection was more of an accumulation of small decisions, small selections, and I really love the importance of that to, you know, in the story, but even just as a viewer, what that means for what all of us can do in our lives. What, you know, how there's such an important decision we make every day to not give up whenever we face failure or resistance or conflict in general. It's just, yeah, it might not result in really tangible things, but ultimately it does really impact the people in the world around us a lot. And then for the funniest character, we gave that to Ma, bickering with Pa, and Jiraiya a little bit too. She was funny, man. And then no Sako last time. But yeah, y'all, I think we can just go ahead and get in these episodes. If y'all enjoy this or you're new here, drop a like, subscribe. I would love to have more of y'all follow on for this journey. Things are really going ham now at this point. So yeah, appreciate y'all being here to watch. Let's go ahead and get in these episodes. Man, what's the secrets? He was watching the whole time? I like how they got some respect for Jiraiya, man. Yeah. Yeah, who's next? Sasuke? Sasuke about to confront, maybe?
一発目がビンゴだったらって話さ。
イタチがこのアジトにいるとでも言うのか。
さあね、いたらって話。相当なやり手なんだろう、イタチって。
He sure is.
られるなんてことある。
君はサスケのこととなるとすぐ向き。
なら俺は鳥たちに頼んで周囲から敵が追ってこないか見張らせておこう。
Jugo and his animals, man. He's a beast.
こいつも真面目だね。 こっちも偽物だってばよ。サスケの匂いを追っかけてるはずなのに。
Oh, it's the birds that were carrying the sun. I forgot about that.
敵の陽動以上に数で対抗してんだろうが。こっちはあらかた調べ尽くした。一旦本体に戻って情報を渡した方がいいかも。
どうしたナルト。
南の森にはダミーしかいなかったみたいだ。
Shadow clone's so cool, dude. It's getting only more useful.
回復したチャクラの分だけさらに影分身を増やしていくぞ。な
Naruto looks pretty bad in these cloaks, dude. Bad isn't good. I mean, cool. Dude, Sai's got a giant bird. That shit's dope. Sai versus Data would have been pretty cool, like them flying around, fighting each other. Sai and his like drawings versus the moldings of the clay. That would be pretty cool. Dude, are you serious? Oh, I did not expect this. So, no fucking way.
少し背が伸びたか。
あんたは相変わらずだな。その冷たい目も。
前のように大声でがむしゃらに突っ込んでは来ないか。
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah, it's been a long time, dude.
あんたを殺す。
Yeah, instead he got clapped last time, man. Damn, Chidori's so dope though. Even though he got clapped, Sasuke still looked very cool doing it.
あんたは俺のことを何も分かっちゃいない。
Right down to business? I don't believe this for a second.
どれほどの憎しみを心の中に抱えているか、そのおかげでどれほど強くなっているか。
Hey, is that real blood? I mean, it definitely doesn't seem like a clone, but with the blood coming out of it.
強くなったな。
Yeah.
一人でウチハのアジト、そこで決着をつけさせてやる。
Damn. The Uchiha hideout, is that the one that they went to get the weapons and stuff, or?
命令があるまで動くなと言ったはずだぞ。
カリンが他のチャクラを感じたって言ったから気になってね。
羽？
俺についてこい。行くぞ。
Man, I didn't expect them to meet this quickly. Oh man, back here. We're gonna see more Madara?
いい流れだ。あとは次の脱皮で蛇のままか、それとも鷹に変わるか。
Interesting.
進路を変えるかい、サスケ。
気にするな。まっすぐに突っ切る。
よかった。遠回りは疲れる。
Man's got the worst stamina in the world. Sagetsu versus Naruto would be hilarious. Naruto's the opposite, man.
サスケ
Oh my god, dude.
影分身だよ。
ナルトか。うっとうしいやつ。
多重影分身。なるほど。あちこちにいる同じチャクラ。
Okay, that makes sense.
見つけた。
Here we go, man. Man, are we gonna get like conflict, like a almost like a three-way fight or something with Itachi, Sasuke, and Naruto and all them? Like,
すごいチャクラ。それに早い来る。
oh, dude, a huge chakra, dude. It's so cool.
あんたは
ここからはサスケ君一人で行ってください。
Hmm.
イタチさんの命令でしてね。他の方々はここで
I kind of want to know more about Kasami and Itachi's relationship. They've always seemed kind of interesting together.
一対一に邪魔が入らないようにするためだからな。ちょうどいい。
サスケ、それはダメだ。こいつを倒して全員で行くんだ。
私は戦う気などありませんがね。無理やり通るというなら容赦。
おとなしくしていろ。これは俺の復讐だ。
星が気にさ
Yeah. He wants it, right?
忘れたか、大月満月の弟、大月水月だよ。
おお、見違えましたよ。大きくなりましたね。水月。
ここでただサスケの帰りを待つのもなんだから、暇つぶしに楽しく遊んでもらえないかな。
No way. They're gonna fight?
お兄さんと違いやんちゃで。少し削ってあげましょう。
水月、サスケの言いつけを守らなくていいのか。
のんきなこと言ってんじゃないよ。このデクノボーが。みんな、こっちだってばよ。待って、ナルト君。このチャクラは。どうもー。
No way, dude. Okay, I did not expect this either. And it's in Toby form. He doesn't want them to interfere, it seems like.
こいつは兜の残した暁のリストには載ってなかったな。
Oh, interesting. He ain't no newbie.
開けやがって余裕かましてんじゃねえ。
うかつな動きをするな。まずは様子を見る。数は圧倒的にこちらが有利なんだから。
あらら、舐められちゃってます？僕のこと。
Yeah, don't underestimate him, man.
また変なのがサスケくんを目の前にしてこう何度も何度も。
I feel like Hinata should be able to see his actual like chakra potential, right?
邪魔すんじゃね
なんてそりゃこっちも同じいるんじゃなくて
Yeah, they're not the most like lean swords for one-on-ones. It's like the opposite of fencing.
二人の戦いの邪魔をする奴は近くにいないって小鳥たちも言ってる。
この葉の動きが止まった。
に乗りすぎでしょう。君みたいな子に何ができるのかな。
Oh, damn, Naruto. Okay. He means business.
よかった。ひなた、ナルトならあれくらい大丈夫。敵から目をそらさないで。
ありゃりゃ、もしかして僕の力量とか観察されちゃったりしてとか。でも新人にしちゃやる方でしょ。僕も。
遊ばれてるね。何が目的だ。
I'm kind of curious on Toby at this point too. Like, is Madara just like literally voice acting Toby's voice, or is he like pretending? Like, is Toby actually somebody he's like pretending to be with like a clone or something?
桜がここまで消耗するほど使っていないはずなのに。
Does he not know the sword drains it?
チャクラを削り食らう。もっと賢いかと思う。
Yeah, for real. I thought you would have known about that.
シノ、お前は前回のサスケ奪還任務は不参加だったからな。今回は頼むぜ。
Oh yeah, dude, that's true. Way back when, I always wanted Shino to be there. He would have been useful. I feel like he's gone underappreciated. We need more of his powers. The insect power is so cool. So much potential.
これまた随分高く。とんだ怪力少女。げえ、大鳥に気を取られてる隙に3人で囲むつもり。
Oh my gosh.
さーて、オレイ。
Olay!
螺旋丸。教場上は大鳥じゃなかったの。やられ。てなー。ピンポー当選部の術。
Just got some Earth style here. Toby's a geek, dude. Or Madara's a geek. I don't know, bro.
なんだこの術は。
ひらめいた。この術はピンポーもぐ
Whack 'em.
ら名付けよう。
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
こいつはマジで倒していかないと先に進ませてくれないようだね。
くそ。ねえねえねえ、次は何して遊ぶ？
こんなところで足止め食らってる場合じゃねえんだ。
ああ、分かっている。次は戦闘フォーメーション A で行くよ。
Yamato's all about his battle formations.
もう少しだ。待ってろ、イタチ。
Itachi. Yeah, we got to get to that part, man. That's what I'm most intrigued about. Although it is interesting that Toby is stalling them, because it almost makes it seem like Madara wants Sasuke and Itachi to face off. Like, I mean, we saw that he's been kind of monitoring Sasuke to a degree, but yeah, kind of going back a little bit about Toby. Like, I'm curious if this is actually Madara Uchiha here now, or because like he was at Final Valley, so like how close are they to that point? I guess, or the location where they're all at right now. But yeah, it makes me curious about like, you know, Toby has a completely different voice. Is Madara like, if we've seen other ninjutsu types like this, like could he be? I mean, he's got to be using some kind of like immortality jutsu type thing because he's so old. Maybe that's something to do with pain being split into multiple bodies too. I don't know, man. I'm trying to like connect dots here that I don't have enough connectors for yet. Get some flashbacks. The hideout definitely looked like the one where they went there before. Something around the Mangekyo Sharingan, if I remember correctly.
すげえよ兄さん。 岩の裏の四角の的にもど真ん中だ。よーし、俺だって。
そろそろ帰ろう。
新しい手裏剣術を教えてくれるって言っただろ。
ちょっと大事な任務があってこの準備がある。
He's got to get us in the fields before his confrontation.
見てて。
ほら、無茶したら。
I wonder why they're showing us this backstory again. Or are we just gonna get like small other little views of it?
お前の覚悟が決まらぬなら我々が手を下すまで。
それはお待ちください。必ず蹴りはこの手で。
なんだと？
Okay, we definitely didn't get that before.
お前は自分の立場が分かっていない。
俺は明日任務に就く。
何の任務だ？
それは言えぬ極秘任務だ。
お前は一族と里の中枢をつなぐパイプ役でもあるの。それは分かってるな。
ああ、
それをよく肝に銘じておけ。そして明日の会合には来い。
父さんは兄さんのことばっかりだ。
俺が疎ましいか。別にいいさ。忍びってのは人に憎まれて生きていくのが道理ってもんだからな。
そんな風には。
I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and watch this the original backstory we got in classic Naruto.
するし、傲慢にもなってくる。最初は望まれ求められていたとしてもだ。ただお前と俺は唯一無二の兄弟だ。お前の越えるべき壁として俺はお前と共にあり続けるさ。たとえ憎まれようともな。それが兄貴ってもんだ。
イタチはいるか？
It's very similar language, man, that we've heard in different contexts.
昨日の会合に出なかったやつが2人いる。
お前はなぜ来なかった？暗部に入り、いろいろな面倒ごとに駆り出されるのはお前の父上もそうい何かとかばってはいる。
しかし我々はお前を特別扱いする気はない。
わかりました。以後気をつけましょう。そろそろお引き取りを。
そうだな。だがその前にもう少しだけ聞きたいことがあってな。昨べ中野川に身投げした内葉止水についてだ。
確かお前は止水を実の兄のように慕っていたな。
そうですか。最近では全く会ってなかったわ。残念です。
Yeah, we pretty much know at this point that he killed him, right, for the Mangekyo Sharingan.
決定した。
そうさ。
これが止水の書いた遺書だ。筆跡の鑑定は済んで間違いなく本人が書いたものだ。
他殺の線がないなら何の操作ですか？
シャリンガンを使えるものなら筆跡のコピーなどたやすいがな。
内葉一の手だれ、春心の止水と恐れられた男で一族のためなら。
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and read that. There's too much going on. That's the worst.
そして自殺するとは考えづらい。
見た目や思い込みだけで人を判断しない方がいいですよ。
とりあえずその衣装をお前に預ける。それを持ってお前から暗部にも捜査協力を要請しろ。
了解しました。
手がかりが出てくるといいがな。
もっと直接的に言ったらどうです？
Man, I want to know all the little differences that they're showing here.
いるってわけか。
ああ、そうだ。クソガキ。
Just handles them.
キも言ったはずだ。見た目や思い込みだけで人を判断しない方がいい。俺の気が長いと勝手に判断。高をくくるからだ。一族。そういうあんたらはその器の大きさを測り違い、俺の器の深さを知らぬから今そこに這いつくば。
止水は最近のお前を監視していた。暗部に入って半年。最近のお前の言動のおかしさは目に余る。お前は一体何を考えて。
組織に
That's what I want to know.
執着し、何に執着する。それは己を制約し、己の器を決める忌むべきこと。そして未だ見る知らぬ者を恐れ憎しむ愚かしきこと。
やめろイタチ。いい加減にしろ。どうしたというのだ一体。お前最近少し変だぞ。
何もおかしくない。自分の役割を果たしている。それだけだ。
じゃあなぜ昨晩は来なかった？
高みに近づくため。
何の話だ？
俺の器は
Just denouncing it,
一
man.
族に絶望している。一族などちっぽけなものに執着する。本当に大切なものを見失う。本当の変化とは規制や制約、予感や想像の枠に収まりきっていてできない。
おまんなことを。
おい、それ以上くだらぬざれ言を言うなら牢につなぐ。
さあどうするんだ？もう我慢できません。隊長、拘束の命令を。
兄さん、もうやめてよ。
Man, so interesting.
俺じゃないけれど数々の失言謝ります。申し訳ありません。
All this is like feels so. I mean, like even back then when I watched it, it was very interesting, but it just feels that much more. I don't know. I feel like I have a little bit more context now, but still is so ambiguous, man. Like, you could tell that he not hates his clan, but like feels like they're all kind of falling into a trap. Dude, we didn't get that last time, did we?
イタチ、食事ここに置いておくわね。お仕事が忙しいのでしょうけど、たまには家族で一緒に食事をとりましょう。
ありがとう。
I feel like I should go back and read what this said. I don't remember if we got that. Okay, so he did pretty much everything by the clan's book almost. That's kind of important. He's almost a little bit different in philosophy than, or like the polar opposite or the contrast of Itachi's mindset. Damn, is this the night he does it too? Jeez, dude.
居残って手裏剣投げてたらだいぶ遅くなっちゃったな。
Man, I don't know. This is gonna be so sad to see you again.
なんだよこれ。父さん、母さん。父さんと母さんがどうして一体誰がこんなことを。
Man.
万華鏡車輪が。
So small little moments we're getting where we see Itachi, not the Sharingan, but we see Itachi's real eyes in his face. He looks so sad. Man, I love all the the differences they're showing us here, or different perspectives of all of it. Newly animated, so cool.
己の器を測るためだ。
器を測る。それだけのためにみんなを殺したっていうの。
それが重要なのだ。
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and look at all those little details and compare, man. You know I got to.
嘘だ。こんなの兄さんじゃない。だって。
お前が望むような兄を演じ続けてきたのは、お前の器を確かめるためだ。お前は俺の器を確かめるための相手になる。そういう可能性を秘めている。お前は俺を疎ましく思い憎んでいた。この俺を超えることを望み続けていた。だからこそ生かしてやる。俺のために。
Can't. It's not that simple.
万華鏡車輪眼を開眼しうるものだ。ただし、それには条件がある。最も親しい友。殺すこと。この俺のようにな。
兄さんが止水さんを。
そのおかげでこの目を手に入れた。中野神社本堂。その右奥。
Okay, yeah, this is what we got about the hidden room.
そこには内派一族の道術が本来何のために存在するか、その本当の秘密が記されている。俺を含め万華鏡車輪眼を扱う者は3人になる。
3 including myself.
なればお前を生かしておく意味もある。
Well, Madara definitely has to have it for sure.
今のお前など殺す価値もない。愚かなる弟よ。
Do we know who else has it? I mean, I'm assuming Kakashi wasn't counted in that 3.
醜く生き延びるがいい。逃げて生にしがみつくがいい。
Gain height, man.
俺の前に来い。その車輪眼、お前はどこまで見えている？
どこまで見えてるだと。今の俺のこの目に見えているのは、タチ、あんたの死に
俺の死に様か。では再現してみろ。
Dude, so cool. I love that. The reflection. Damn.
血取り流す。
There's no way.
強くなったな。
最後にイタチ、あんたに聞きたかったことがある。
Alright. I was about to say, man. Can never be that easy. Freaking Genjutsu. Genjutsu and substitution jutsu always keeps me on my damn toes. I don't know what to believe.
前と全く同じセリフにカラス。お得意の現術で茶番か。
何が知りたい？最後ではないが聞いてやる。
もう一度言う。
That was cool. Just Uno reverses left and right.
あんたに聞きたいことがあると言ったんだよ、クソ野郎。俺の質問に答えろ。答えるまでその胸の痛みは続く。
急所はわざと外したか。
あんたはあの時言った。
お前が開眼すれば俺を含め万華鏡車輪ガンを扱う者は3人。
Are they about to answer who else has it?
3人目、もう一人の車輪ガンと支配一族とは誰だ？
なぜそんなことを気にする？
Because I'm curious.
いつを殺す、そのためだ。
殺す。
一族を皆殺しにしたあのタイミングであんたはもう一人の存在を口にした。あんたが殺さなかったウチハ、こいつはつまり協力者だったって。刑務部隊を一人でやれるはずがない。
I mean, it had to be Madara, right?
気づいたか？
誰だ？
Man, is this the actual Itachi right now that's stabbed?
ウチハ。
Okay, yeah.
マダラだ。
Yeah.
かつてのウチハマダラと同じだな。
知るかよ。
Now you do. Well, you know the name.
マダラ。
この葉隠れ創始者の人、万華鏡車輪ガンを最初に。
Okay, yeah. I was gonna end there, dude. Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all. I need to go back and watch the original for sure. I feel like there were some things I misremembered or I didn't remember. I'm super curious on the 3 people thing. Maybe I misread that, but I feel like we didn't know who else had Mangekyo rather than Itachi at that point. And now we, of course, know it's Madara, and we could kind of connect the dots even before they dropped that. But are we supposed to know who the second person is? Like, or like the I guess the third of those 3. So Itachi, Madara, third. I mean, it's not. At that point, Kakashi didn't have it for sure. Who else had Mangekyo at that point? Do we know that at this point? Or was he including Sasuke in that? Or did he say, but you be the third, maybe? Or you be... Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to go reread all that. But we'll see. We'll talk about in the review section. Dope episode. All right, y'all. Let's go and get in the review section here. Really great seeing this backstory reanimated, kind of more modernized in terms of its animation. You know, I did go back and watch the original and classic Naruto and this one a little bit side by side just to see if I could find any differences. Off the bat, one thing I wanted to clarify, I was getting pretty confused at the end about the language with like 3 people having Mangekyo Sharingan. I forgot that, you know, the precursor that was if Sasuke unlocks Mangekyo Sharingan, then there would be 3. So it's just Madara, Uchiha, and Itachi that have it right now. So that makes a lot more sense. That was actually in the original as well. So that provides a little bit of clarity, but we do get like a lot of confirmation around Madara Uchiha being part of the Uchiha clan massacre, a co-conspirator. Really interesting. I have some theories around that, and I think we'll get to that a little bit later. But let's talk about some of like the little subtle differences, because I think outside of just like reanimating it and everything, like a lot of this seems to be more from the point of view of Itachi. You know, it's not centered around Sasuke himself. It's more around Itachi's kind of actions in this. You know, we get a couple different scenes with the Anbu Ops member. I think it's Anbu Ops, and could be someone different just wearing the mask. But you know, talking about this mission and kind of that, you know, they'll do something if Itachi doesn't. You know, once again being very cryptic. You know, we also get Itachi alone in the room with the will of his dead friend, and you know, his demeanor there. We get some different demeanor shifts in general, even in scenes we've seen before. So I kind of want to go through those and just talk about it, because I think overall what I feel like is that these episodes humanize Itachi a little bit more. You know, we see a few scenes with him just being, well, one, like just having a lot of weight on him. And we see that in the original too. There's a few scenes where he kind of like looks to the side after he's like interacting with Sasuke all joyfully, and then he's like, you know, sad kind of, or that he's got a lot on his mind. But even more so in this, like there's the scene where they're coming back from training with Sasuke after Sasuke hurts his leg, and Sasuke like mentions something about, you know, trying to get a lot more powerful, and he's excited about it, joining the academy because he'll be able to catch up to Itachi, I think. And we see Itachi kind of like look away, you know, kind of concerned, right? He's concerned. And that wasn't in the original. The original, I think it pans over to Sasuke, just keeps talking and whatnot. So that's one little thing. Obviously, we get the Anbu Ops discussion with, some organization making moves instead of Itachi. And we see like Itachi's kind of, you know, he seems to be earnest about it, right? He wants to take on the duty instead. So kind of more context there. And then we also get a scene with him looking at the will, and we'll talk about the will a little bit in a bit, probably more around the Madara Uchiha thing. But you know, he's distraught there, man. Looks dead inside in that moment completely. Like he doesn't look to be having any joy in this or anything. He seems to be like grieving almost, right? So in the original, we're kind of led to believe that, you know, he did adulter this will, that he wrote it himself, and like kind of like is framing his friend for killing himself when Itachi admits to killing him later on to get the Mangekyo Sharingan. But it doesn't seem like that. He seems so destroyed by just reading this, and then that's like the last thing he does before he goes out and starts killing people. So really interesting there. And then even when Sasuke walks in on Itachi in front of his slain parents, I think in the original we just see like Itachi come out. He looks so different. His Sharingan's activated immediately. He just looks like stoic, and what he's doing is completely right. Like no emotional attachment to what's going on. But in this one, and it's kind of small, I don't know if like I'm overreading it, but like there's like a profile view of Sasuke looking to the side, and his eyes aren't in Sharingan, and he looks sad. He looks distraught there too, to a degree. And then he turns to Sasuke and his Sharingan's activated. So I don't know, man. Like there's like so many little subtle things here that make Itachi feel more human. Like his hands being forced into this situation, or there's some level of duty he's taking on to do something this terrible in a way. Now, I have a few theories around this. One, I think the most obvious is that he's doing this to protect Sasuke, right? There's that scene where they're talking about, between Itachi and Sasuke, where they're talking about how Sasuke is envious of him and kind of has some ill attitude towards him because he wants to he's like a goal for him to reach, and his dad always compares him to all that stuff, right? And Itachi kind of talks about being the duty of a brother, and he says, I'm always going to be there for you, even if it's as an obstacle for you to overcome, even if you hate me. And that was said in the original. I think the translation was a little different, but here it's very direct, right? Like this is what we've seen Itachi do, is instill hate within Sasuke to motivate him to become stronger, right? We see that, I think, with the original Mangekyo Sharingan, where he's showing him the Uchiha Clan massacre over and over again. And then in the confrontation in classic Naruto, where Sasuke gets rocked and he makes him see it again, and he's like, you don't have enough hate. In that way, it's almost like Itachi has purposefully made Sasuke hate him to kind of help to try to make him grow stronger. And I think that's part of it. I don't think that's all of his rationale to it. But I think it does connect to the other part of this about Madara Uchiha being a co-conspirator. And how, since we've had Madara revealed, he's mentioned Sasuke a few times. I think originally in the fight with Deidara, he was observing it, and he says that he's grown a lot. I think Pain or Conan asked him about Sasuke. And then in these episodes, we also see in modern day Final Valley, and he's like, I wonder if he'll turn into a hawk or a serpent. So it seems like Madara is almost invested in Sasuke's growth, in his, how far he'll go. And maybe he could see the hidden potential in Sasuke, kind of like Itachi's been able to. but it points to a possibility that, hey, like maybe Madara Uchiha had some kind of like evil plan for Sasuke or something, or the Uchiha clan as a whole, with Sasuke included in there, and Itachi joined in to try to like protect his little brother at least, or something. Like that could be part of it. But I think what like makes it even more curious is getting the actual translation of the will of his friend. It says, I have wearied of duty. As it is, the Uchiha has no future, neither do I. I can no longer follow the path. And the path is in quotes, or path is in quotes. And immediately what comes to mind to me is like all the path references we get with Rinnegan, right? Like, I think it's like the sage of the six paths, the pain of the six paths, or the six paths of pain. I think there's one about like, you know, the visual of the path or something like that. Yeah, sage of the six paths, pupils of the six paths. That's what Rinnegan is. Sage of the six paths of pain. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I'm stretching it, but like I could maybe imagine a circumstance where Madara has some kind of connection to Rinnegan or the sage of the six paths, and it being kind of like, I don't know. But then again, it's weird because like he's talking about the Uchiha clan, so maybe the Uchiha clan follows some kind of path as well themselves. I don't know. I just see that there's something being intertwined between the sage of the six paths and the Uchiha clan, or at least Madara Uchiha, and it being like a crucial indicator of like why all this happened, why the Uchiha clan was massacred. And it's especially relating to Itachi's frustration with like the clan being stuck in their ways. And we see that so much more clearly in this rendition of this flashback. I don't know. I see it being a lot more complicated than where we've been so far in the show. But yeah, I guess like the theory for me is that I still am holding out hope that Itachi has a lot more complexity to why he did this. I just can't see him being this directly evil. You know, bare minimum, he's done something to try to help Sasuke become stronger, to probably be to survive, I guess. But I kind of see it even being more than that, like his hands being forced to some degree, or he's having to accept a duty or responsibility that no one's going to understand. All right, let's go and get into the character ratings. For MVP, I'm going to give it to Sasuke. I love the animation of the fight in general between Sasuke and Itachi. You're so sick, so fluid. Yeah, dude, they love the Uchihas, man. The Uchihas, they gotta hype him up with some damn dope animation, man. So cool. For the best moment, I'm gonna give that to Itachi. Just the flashback in general, getting a little bit of different perspectives and some new scenes, but ultimately just like little tiny details. But I don't know, I really liked the like kind of it being reanimated. I think it added a lot to it. Some different voice acting, like just seeing Itachi, I think of being a bit more expressive in these ones, was really enjoyable. And then for the funniest moment, I'll give that to Toby. Trolling Toby, man. He was trolling hard. The whack-a-mole. I mean, I'm still curious about who Toby really is. I mean, obviously we know that Madara at least is in the form of Toby. Maybe there could be multiple, I don't know, man, but he seems to be in multiple places at once. So, and Toby's demeanor is so different than Madara. So I don't know, man, there's something more there. And for the Sacco, I think we'll skip over that this time. Nobody too bad in these episodes. So, but yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments below. Let me know if I'm missing anything, or, you know, I don't know, dude, I wish I could just big brain this and forecast the whole future. I want to know all of it, but maybe we'll get more in these next episodes. So appreciate y'all being here to watch. If you enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will catch you next time. Peace.